Have you ever finished a workout and felt worse than when you started? I'm not talking about that good kind of tired. I'm talking about that deep, nagging pain in your knees that lingers for days, or that sharp twinge in your lower back that makes you wince when you reach for your morning coffee. If you're over 60, you might be thinking this is just part of getting older. That exercise is supposed to hurt. That no pain, no gain is the only way forward. But what if I told you that some of the exercises you've been doing faithfully for years, the ones your trainer recommended, the ones you see everyone else doing at the gym, are actually making you weaker, making your joints scream in protest, stealing away your mobility instead of giving it back? You might be thinking, but I've always done these exercises. They worked when I was younger. Here's what no one tells you. Your body at 60 isn't the same as your body at 30. And continuing to treat it like it is? That's a recipe for injury, chronic pain, and the kind of setbacks that can sideline you for months. Exercise number 1. Deep squats below 90 degrees. You know that feeling when you squat down and your knees feel like they're going to buckle? When that sharp pain shoots through your kneecap? Most people over 60 can't do deep squats safely anymore. And that's okay. Here's why. After decades of life, your knee cartilage has worn down. Your hip mobility has decreased. Your ankle flexibility isn't what it used to be. When you force yourself into a deep squat, you're asking joints that have been faithfully serving you for 6 decades to suddenly perform like they're 25 again. The result? Knee pain, hip impingement, lower back strain. I used to push through that pain, thinking it would make me stronger. All it did was make getting up from my favorite chair a daily struggle. What to do instead? Start with chair squats. Yes, chair squats. Don't worry if that sounds too easy. Functional strength is about doing what your body needs, not what your ego wants. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, feet shoulder width apart. Lower yourself until you barely touch the seat, then stand back up. That's it. You're building the exact same muscles, but you're honoring your joint limitations. Start with 8 repetitions. If that feels good, work up to 12. If your knees hurt, raise the chair height with a cushion. The goal isn't to impress anyone. The goal is to be able to get up from any chair without using your hands. That's real-world strength that actually improves your daily life. I started doing chair squats 6 months ago. Last week, I got up from my grandkid's tiny plastic chair without even thinking about it. That's the kind of victory that matters. Exercise number 2. Traditional crunches and sit-ups. This one might surprise you. We've been told for decades that crunches are the way to strengthen your core. But if you're over 60, traditional crunches might be doing more harm than good. Here's the problem. Every time you crunch forward, you're putting tremendous pressure on your spine. Those vertebrae that have been supporting you for decades? They're compressed with every forward flexion. Your neck gets pulled forward. Your hip flexors get tight. And here's the kicker. Crunches don't even train your core the way you need it in real life. When do you ever lie on your back and curl your shoulders toward your knees in daily life? Never. But you do need to stabilize your spine when you're carrying groceries. You need core strength when you're reaching into a high cabinet. You need it when you're getting out of a low car. Traditional crunches don't train any of that. I used to do 50 crunches every morning. My back hurt constantly, and I couldn't figure out why. Turns out, I was creating the problem I was trying to solve. What to do instead? Modified planks and dead bugs. These sound fancy, but they're actually simpler than crunches. For the modified plank, get on your hands and knees. Lower down to your forearms. Hold this position for 10 seconds. That's it. You're training your core to do what it's supposed to do. Stabilize your spine. Can't hold it for 10 seconds? Start with 5. Your knees hurt on the floor. Put a pillow under them. The goal is progress, not perfection. For dead bugs, lie on your back, knees bent at 90 degrees. Slowly lower one foot to barely touch the floor, then bring it back up. Alternate legs. This teaches your core to stabilize while your limbs move. exactly what you need when you're walking or reaching. Start with 5 on each side. If your back arches or hurts, don't go as low. Listen to your body. After 3 weeks of replacing crunches with these movements, my chronic back pain disappeared. I could carry my groceries up 2 flights of stairs without my lower back screaming at me. That's functional core strength. Exercise number 3. High-impact cardio and jumping exercises. This is the hardest one for people to accept because we associate jumping and high-impact movement with being young and vital. But if you're over 60, those burpees and jumping jacks might be stealing your mobility instead of enhancing it. Your joints have been absorbing impact for decades. Every step you've taken, every stair you've climbed, every time you've jumped, it all adds up. The cartilage in your knees, hips, and ankles has been wearing down naturally. When you add high-impact exercise on top of that, you're accelerating the wear. But here's what most people don't realize. You can get an incredible cardiovascular workout without beating up your joints. I used to think that if I wasn't jumping around, sweating buckets, and feeling exhausted, I wasn't working hard enough. I'd do jumping jacks until my knees felt like they were on fire, thinking that meant I was getting stronger. All I was doing was creating inflammation and micro-injuries that never had time to heal. The wake-up call came when I couldn't walk up my stairs without holding the railing. My knees were so inflamed from all that impact that every step hurt. What to do instead? Walking with purpose and resistance band exercises. I know what you're thinking. Walking sounds too easy. But walking with intention, with varying speeds and inclines, can give you everything that high-impact exercise promises without the joint destruction. Start with 15 minutes of brisk walking. Every 2 minutes, walk as fast as you comfortably can for 30 seconds. Then return to your normal pace. You're getting interval training without the impact. Can't walk outside? Walk in place in your living room. March with high knees for 30 seconds, then walk normally for 2 minutes. Repeat. For resistance band work, these lightweight bands provide incredible muscle-building resistance without any impact on your joints. Upper body pulls, arm circles, leg extensions. You can work every muscle group. I bought a set of resistance bands for $15. They're now my most used piece of exercise equipment. I can do a full-body workout in my bedroom that leaves me feeling strong and energized instead of beaten up. Within a month of switching from high-impact to purposeful walking and resistance work, I could climb stairs again without pain. I had more energy throughout the day because I wasn't spending it recovering from workouts that were too harsh for my joints. Here's what happened when I stopped doing these 3 exercises and started honoring my body instead of fighting it. My morning stiffness disappeared. I used to need 10 minutes and a hot shower just to feel human when I woke up. Now I get out of bed and feel ready to start my day. I stopped dreading exercise. Instead of forcing myself through workouts that left me hurting, I actually look forward to my movement time. It became something I did for myself, not something I did to myself. My confidence came back. When you're not constantly in pain, when you trust your body to support you, you move through the world differently. I started taking longer walks. I played with my grandchildren again. I felt like myself. But the biggest change? I realized that taking care of my joints wasn't giving up on fitness. It was the most important part of staying fit. 6 months ago, I thought my active days were behind me. Today, I'm stronger and more mobile than I've been in years. Not despite changing my approach to exercise, but because of it. If you're over 60 and you've been struggling with joint pain, chronic stiffness, or the feeling that exercise is working against you instead of for you, I want you to know something. It's not too late to change course. You don't have to accept pain as part of aging. You don't have to give up on movement. You just have to be smarter about it. Starting tomorrow, I want you to try something. Instead of those deep squats, do 5 chair squats. Instead of crunches, hold a modified plank for 10 seconds. Instead of jumping jacks, take a 10-minute walk where you vary your pace. Pay attention to how you feel afterward, not just immediately, but the next day. Do your joints feel better or worse? Are you energized or exhausted? Your body will tell you everything you need to know. Remember, every person in their 60s, 70s, and beyond who's living an active, pain-free life had to make this same choice. Honor their body's current needs instead of forcing it to meet their younger self's expectations. You might be thinking, but I don't want to slow down. I don't want to accept limitations. Here's the truth. Adapting your exercise isn't slowing down. It's speeding up your recovery. It's preventing injuries that could sideline you for months. It's ensuring that you're still moving well in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. The strongest people I know aren't the ones doing the most extreme exercises. They're the ones who've learned to work with their bodies instead of against them. Your joints have carried you faithfully for decades. They deserve your respect and protection. When you give them that, they'll continue to serve you well for many years to come. Start today. Your future self will thank you. And remember, every step you take, every movement you make with intention and care is an investment in tomorrow's mobility, tomorrow's independence, tomorrow's joy. It's never too late to start treating your body like the precious gift it is. You've got this.